So we're playing to win, you know. So yeah, yeah, totally.
Can you believe it's got to this point where you need to win and need help just to?
Yeah, it's a little unsettling just because we had everything right there in our hands, and the last 2 weeks we could have just settled things up, and now we come down to the last week of the season where we could have already wrapped things up. Now we have to win and depend on another team, and you never want to do that, especially when you're in the driver's seat.
Do you think you'll be looking at the scoreboard for the Bears Packers game, or you're not that kind of guy?
Um, you always see the out of town scores, but it'll mean even more for us this week when we're out there playing, But first and foremost, we got to beat the Redskins, who've been playing great football the last few weeks. So you know we put ourselves in this position, and we can only get ourselves out.
Guys talked about the bonding experience in Kansas City a couple of weeks ago. Did you sense any of that this week?
I don't understand the two times that we do get stuck. We get stuck in probably the coldest places that you can get stuck in America. Yeah, I mean, it's a whole crazy weekend. We just got back into New York like 24 hours ago, so and then we're at practice today. So
Well, I'll put it this way. By the time you left, was the mood any different than was right after the game?
we just wanted to go home. You get beat up, and you have to stay in the people's backyard. That's not really too cool. And, you just go next door maybe to get something to eat, and everybody wants to talk about how great the Packers beat us and everything. So we're very welcome in Appleton. I think it would have been different if we would have won. They probably might not have been so welcoming.
You've been around to see enough coaching controversies and things like that, so you know what's common. People talking about Coach Coughlin's job. What do you think about that, and how aware are you of it?
I think they've been talking about that since week 3, and then we played some good football here. At some points during the season. I just think that that stuff is always unfortunate, especially when you're a player here and you know how much the coach emphasizes specific things, and as a team you don't go out and get it done, and it falls back on him. I don't think Coach Coughlin tackled anyone, caught any passes, or threw any passes this year, just like many coaches that have been in his position. Like people in this game, you come to find if you play long enough, everyone's expendable. So I think Coach Coughlin has been great the time that I've been here, and I've enjoyed playing for him. So we're gonna definitely go out and get this win, and hopefully Green Bay will lose, and we won't have to talk about that no more.
Do you think that there's any sense in here of guys feel like they're playing for his job, or that is any kind
I
of
don't
motivation?
think that, man. I think if anything, we're playing more so because we haven't played well the last 2 weeks. When we're playing well, we're one of the top teams in this football league. So you wouldn't be able to tell if you watched the last 5 quarters of us play, the 5 quarters of football that we've played. So I think as men, we're about getting it back on track, finishing with a 10-win season, and unfortunately, that's the most that we can do for ourselves right now is to go out and play and finish with a 10-win season.
Is it hard not to be demoralized?
Yeah. No, I'm not demoralized. I wouldn't say, demoralized. Maybe, maybe if things don't go our way, the season, maybe the last half of the season can be a bit demoralizing, but I wouldn't say that